This episode of Critically Dead is brought to you by Studio Headphones. Go to studiosweden.com to check out their full line of Bluetooth headphones today. While there, check out the Studio Regent over-ear Bluetooth headphones used by RJ and the Rooster. They feature a 24-plus hour battery life and up to 20 days on standby. They are perfect at home or on the go. Available in black or white, you can also personalize them with interchangeable end caps. They embody the vision of Scandinavian design. Studio also offers a full line of Bluetooth earbuds as well. So head on over to studiosweden.com now and enter code CRITICALLYDEAD, all caps, one word, for 15% off your order, plus free shipping, including international shipping. Get your pair now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back to a brand new episode of Critically Dead. I'm your host, RJ. Sitting across from me is the other host, the man, the myth, Rooster.
What's up?
What's going on today, buddy?
Not a whole lot.
Big, long work day, of course.
Very long.
We're going over the season finale of Fear the Walking Dead, Season 3, Episodes 15, titled Things Bad Begun, and Episode 16, called Sleigh Ride. I'm going to ask you, what are your overall thoughts, your wishes, your prayers, your wants, your desires? Tell me a story.
I want my 2 hours back.
I knew you'd feel this way.
I want my 2 hours back. This was horrendous.
What stuck out to you the worst?
Well,
like, of all of it, like what really ate your ass?
the whole damn scene.
The whole like the finale?
The finale.
Really?
Like the last 5 minutes.
Is it the execution? Was it the acting? Was it the writing? Was it just tedious?
I think it was all the above. Not so much the acting, but just the believability, I guess.
I think I'm there with you. I didn't have so much a problem with all that part. I do. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
It seemed like they hit the fast forward button on a lot of stuff this last 2 episodes. To me, it felt like it's very disjointed.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see the gears turning. You can see the clickety-clackety of the computer keyboards being typed in the offices. It seemed like there was some weird shit going on. I still question, like, at the very end when the sniper, Crazy Dog, was sniping people.
Yeah.
Was that like a quick fix of something at the very end? There's a lot of weird shenanigans. I felt it. I don't know if anybody else felt it. It just felt disjointed to me.
Yeah, like the 2 episodes, like nothing meshed.
There was, I'm sure we'll talk to her once we get there, but like there was a scene where Alicia and the chick, I think her name is Diane.
She's still nameless to me.
Pickaxe.
I don't know.
We're calling her Pickaxe.
Yeah.
There was a bad cut that you can literally see the film falling to the cutting room floor where they're in the street, they're dinged up by a bunch of marauders that have no idea what they're doing.
None.
Playing bumper cars, and they run like. I'm not a sexist by any means, but there's like 18 dudes running around, and they can't take over 2 ladies.
No.
If 2 men, they would be able to. Like 2 ladies isn't no. I mean,
yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, it was aggravating that alone. But they break the lady's leg, Pickaxe's leg.
Yeah.
Fine, and then it goes to another smash cut to somewhere else in the world.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, we're back with Alicia in a goddamn trucker's den of a doctor, and they're talking as if they've known each other for a while.
Yeah, no idea how she got there,
and
how any of that happened.
And I'm surprised more people aren't talking more about it, because I was over on Reddit, of course, and I read a few reviews here and there, and some people just didn't even bring it up. But I wonder, is that part of people institutionalized at this point with this show? Like they're assuming the worst, so they go in and just loving it. I don't understand it, but that was a technical problem for me. And for a lot of especially the first watch, I was still stuck in there. Like, how the fuck did that happen?
Yeah.
Scenes were going by, and I'm still stuck having to, like,
just
tell
thinking.
my mind, please move forward, RJ, you idiot.
Mm-hmm.
But it felt like I said, it's disjointed. A lot of characters' motivations were all over the map. I do believe Strand was on point. Daniel was probably on point. There was a point where Troy was making amends, and then literally there was like a 180, and he's just shitting on everything again.
Yeah.
He's trying to save everybody up in the top of the dam and telling Daniel, they're verbally roughhousing, but like at the before he gets the hammer to the dome, it's like he's becoming an asshole again. So I felt very unbalanced.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you saw any of those. I don't know if anybody else did.
I've seen it all.
But the dam, that was a major set piece, but it just didn't feel right.
It didn't. It didn't feel right at all.
And oddly enough, we're gonna do a viewer. I keep calling our listeners viewers. I guess they are viewers in a way, but
it's all good.
We're gonna do a listener mailbag section first, so that we're not stomping on any toes. I'm feeling like I need to change up the format a little bit to keep the show from it's already stale, but let's just change it up a little bit. But I also wanted to go over who had directed this. Things Bad Begun was directed, well, I guess Andrew Bernstein directed both episodes. Written by Jamie O'Brien for the first episode. The second episode was written by Dave Erickson and Mark Richard. So these are the people to keep thinking about as you go forward with this series. Of course, Dave Erickson's, we don't truly know how it happened, but why it happened, but he either got shit canned or he walked off. As soon as that dude, Proctor John, showed up with the leather vest, and I was you motherfucker.
Yeah.
You from Sons of Anarchy, and this is as far as your imagination goes.
Couldn't let it go.
You just brought in another MC in here?
It is exactly what I thought as soon as I seen him.
It's just sad, man. Like, maybe he did get kicked to the curb for less imaginative form fact. I don't know, but I just don't get it. So let me go right into, well, of course, letter grade.
Oh, D.
Yeah, I think I'm there with you. C- maybe. My second watch wasn't as bad, oddly enough.
Right.
I was struggling on the first watch through.
Yeah, I just watched once. As I said I was going to do with this show this
You're
season.
totally committed to the one episode.
One episode. I take notes. I miss half the stuff because I'm not watching. But
what can we do, folks, to get
it
Rooster to watch?
4 hours, man.
I know, and that's bullshit. Here's the other thing, too.
Not for this shit.
I can't tell if they mistimed the calendar, like they all forgot to look at calendars when they scheduled all this shit, or they knew they had a bad product, and so they had to get through this as quickly as possible. Either way, I don't like it. 2 hours is a rough go.
It's really rough.
I'm fairly certain that next week the premiere of The Walking Dead Season 8 is only a 1 hour long episode.
We can only hope.
God fucking willing.
Yeah.
Because I do believe a lot of our listeners are going to be writing in for this one.
This might be one of the first years I'm not excited for that to come back either.
It's a little tedious. And I guess the sky is the limit for both series at this point, right?
Yeah.
But, yeah, let me pull up our listeners' mailbag here. 1 second. First up is Sean N. from Richmond. He writes in again. He starts off, "Hey, guys, I just wanted to write in this week with just a few things that bugged me and an opinion on what and why it went wrong, in my opinion, on Season 4A's structure." Opinion on Season 4 structure. Okay. This is the reason why I brought this up early. He goes, "I know you guys will hit most of the annoyances by the time you even get to this email, but my real pet peeves were with Nick, Proctor John, and Crazy Dog / Walker." Now, this is the reason, sidestep here. I know we pretty much tread on a lot of our listeners' emails.
Of course.
And it's almost like it becomes redundant reading a lot of these emails. No fault to our listeners at all. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to try to figure out a way to, like, maybe incorporate salt and pepper this stuff in during the show, trying to, like, break it all down. But today we're starting off with the email. We'll save a second email for the back end. He goes on, "Nick, why the hell didn't the Proctors just kill him? He had at least 2 long-ass monologues with his back to them during the whole blow-up-the-dam situation." Now, It's a good point. But, of course, I think, Sean, you got to remember Nick's got somewhat of a plot armor on him. I know that they want us to think he might have bit it at the end, but we never truly saw the dam fall down. We just saw the boat getting sucked backwards.
Yeah. Well, we might get it in a flashback next season.
Oh, how he didn't make it off the top.
Yeah.
See, what this season or this season finale did was give them some wiggle room as to who they can keep and who they won't.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to remember too. Is this another Ophelia where possibly an actor or actress wants off the show and they have this wiggle room? So I don't know. You always got to keep that in mind with this situations like this. Sean goes on, but in true corny villain themes, everyone just stood around and waited on him to blow the dam. It's true. And all those proctors didn't even know that Crazy Dog and all them were up on the hill. No one knew. Nobody. Not even the writers until the end.
Yeah.
Crazy Dog / Walker. Are these guys lip readers? It seems like they were talking or they were taking shots at just who they needed to when they needed to. And only started after Proctor John gave the command to kill. Also, I bet these guys are the crossover pair. At the end, they were heading north. No doubt to Texas where they will run into Abraham. See, this is big on the internet right now. Yeah. There's another reason why I read off Sean in the beginning, because this leads into a bunch of discussion. Now, Proctor John also wanted to go to Houston, and a lot of people caught that. He wanted to take Alicia with him. And, of course, we know Abraham's from Houston. Abraham's flashback scene in The Walking Dead was with his family at Houston. So,
oh, that's right.
And Michael Cudlitz has also said on Twitter at some point after he was creating a series and it failed to make it to pilot or after it didn't go to air. Basically, he had said something after the crossover, either right or before or just after the crossover news hit. He said something like, "I'll see you guys on the other side." So people are leading into that tweet. So it's a good chance. I guess it makes sense geographically.
Yeah. And
it gives marketing and Walker Stalker more ammo to use, Michael Cudlitz out there.
Fuck Walker Stalker.
So hang on to that, folks, if you didn't follow any of that news. So I have a feeling it's strong with Abraham because everybody loves him.
Could be.
So let's see if that comes to fruition. Proctor John. This blends in with what went wrong. I believe Dave Erickson had plans to make him the big bad of Fear the Walking Dead, which is yet to have won until he got shot or he got shit canned. I also believe this is where the season went downhill because in an interview with Entertainment Weekly, Erickson says this was not the ending he had planned. In his world, they probably hang on a second, because in an interview with in his world, they probably stay at the ranch and Daniel and them stay at the dam. At some point, Proctor John comes into play and is the big bad trying to control the turfs, a la Negan. We were going to meet PJ, which I actually started to write Proctor John as PJ in the notes, too.
Nice.
Because it's easier.
I just wrote him as Proctor.
We were going to meet PJ in the finale during the water/gun exchange we first heard about. But then Erickson got the boot, so they had to rush out of the ranch and dam, and that's why we got these shitty, poorly written exits. It's a lot to chew. I mean, it makes sense when I see it like this. I don't know any. It's kind of close to what I was thinking. Like I said, this episode truly felt disjointed. It felt rushed at points. We were going through plot like a motherfucker. People were dying left and right. A lot of the B cast or whatever.
Just burning right through it.
So maybe you're right on that. Like I said, we'll never truly know. I think there's some sort of shenanigans always with AMC. Maybe Erickson. Weren't an Erickson's fan from the get-go anyway. So that's something else to chew on as we go forward. I also believe we will see Gimple, because here's the other thing. Gimple is now executive producer of Fear the Walking Dead.
Oh, fuck.
He's not the showrunner, but he's the executive. The two showrunners are from Once Upon a Time, or whatever that Fairyland show is on was on ABC.
Once, I think.
I think
it's just once or something. I don't know.
Once Upon a Time or something like that. It was.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It's like a co-showrunner. So when these things happen in the industry, you know that there was some sort of shit going down. Mm-hmm. We experienced it in season 2 of The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
We're seeing it here. We don't know who's truly at fault, and is there enough, like, maybe AMC hands got stuck on this script, or, who did what to who knows. Remember, folks, AMC's not paying their real executive producers, and they're still, I don't know if they're still suing.
Yeah.
like Kirkman and all these other guys. So
all over this universe, there are a lot of mad people.
Yeah. So you got to keep that in mind as we move forward. I also believe we will see Gimple's footprint all over Season 4. With everyone scattered in the wind, 4A is going to be The Walking Dead's 4B, the fall of the prison, road to terminus storyline. We will probably get 3 to 5 standalones where we'll find out who survived, where they are, and how they are doing. Which is also then we will catch back up with Walker and Crazy Dog, who will be running into Abe. All this will lead us up to the mid-season finale where everyone miraculously finds each other. Hope you guys decide to come back for more abuse next year. Discovering your podcast has definitely made an unbearable back half bearable. I look forward to your podcast than the actual show. I will definitely be looking forward to the Mother Show podcast. We appreciate it, Sean. You gave us a lot of stuff to think about as we move forward with the recap. But, yeah, you got to wonder if Gimple's going to put that type of, I don't know if he's going to follow the playbook that closely.
Yeah.
I would like to see more. The only thing that truly hurt me was like Crazy Dog and Walker going north.
Yeah, just dipping.
They're like, you see, I do like those characters. I don't know why. I'm really drawn to those two.
Yeah, I think I've been back and forth with those two.
Really?
Yeah, like they have their moments where I'm like, forget them. But then you have other moments where you're like, all right, I want to see more.
Yeah, I think everybody's right about Abe somehow getting intertwined with all this, but I don't know who gets there. Maybe we see Proctor. Here's the thing, too. I was kind of on the Proctor John side a little bit. The dude was a weirdo.
Yeah.
But he was in a fun weirdo way. I don't know.
Would you rather take him for his full season or Negan?
I would take him.
Yeah.
Even though he's got the MC, the motorcycle club bullshit.
Yeah.
Sons of Anarchy 2.0, but...
Well, I mean, they're kind of both the same, right? One's just a little more tolerable.
You talking about Negan versus Proctor John?
Yeah.
Oh, Proctor John...
They both have, like, the motorcycle gang look.
Yeah, but Proctor John seemed like he was more methodical. His delivery is really creepy. This guy was on Deadwood. I remember him there mostly, and he had almost the same situation. The way that soft, subtle, like he's lost in his own thoughts in a way. It's very cool to see, but who knows? Who knows? The end of this season looked like an eraser hit the page. Yeah. And they're probably looking forward to moving on to 4 and trying to re-gear everything and restructure.
But I feel like that's not the first time they've done this on that show. Done that on this show.
It feels that way. Like we're always in a state of flux over here.
Yeah.
And I don't like it, and it's very uncomfortable and very disjointed. I'm with you, Sean, mostly for what you had written in. Thank you so much for writing in. If anybody wants to write in, it's criticallydeadcast@gmail.com. We'll read off another email at the back half of the episode or this podcast. But I just wanted to get that out there as we move forward with the recap, little things along the way we can put together. Here's the other thing, too. Here's the other bullshit installment that we saw on this fucking 2-hour. That fucking surgery scene, right?
Oh,
Someone please tell me that did not happen on the screen.
It did.
Like real surgery. As if it was like someone's popping a pimple on his back.
And not just real spinal surgery.
Right.
This isn't like, real spinal surgery.
Like, I get it. It's like you got the spine, but just to the right of it, it has like a tumor. But it's serious. Like, and it's aggravating that you're trying to show us this shit, and
it's bad.
So that was truly oddly enough, it's tied into Alicia as well.
Of course.
I think again, it almost feels like they got multiple writers' rooms, and they're all just fucking winging it. I'm hoping what I'll see is Gimple. I'm not a big fan of Gimple, but he'll end up like changing the writers. But like this shit, you guys got to go.
I hope so. Somebody's got to do something because it's rough at this point.
Yeah, so let's jump in the recap and see if the C-D is going to hold strong.
It might go down.
So let's try to move along quicker than usual because there's a shit ton.
Yeah. So in the beginning, we get Nick gathering Walker heads and putting them in a shopping cart, and then he goes and sees his drug dealer.
This is weird, right?
Strange.
I don't care if you're in the apocalyptic setting. I'm not eating anything out of a fucking dead man's head.
That's where they're getting the adrenal glands.
That's the way I took it, but it looked like the drug dealer was trying to tell us that Proctor John's people take it for like like a more adrenaline rush or something.
Yeah, but the problem is you're getting it from the dead. I mean,
right, and like, is it needed? Is my thing, right? Is it just giving Nick something cool to do?
I think so.
Why not just give Nick some
that's how he
top
pays
of the line
for his
drugs?
habit.
It's so stupid and strange. I don't like that type of shit.
It is odd.
They just wanted to look at sliced heads.
I mean, couldn't he have taken pickaxes rolled too and just taken fingers and teeth?
Yeah, the
money?
pickaxe method, yeah.
You know, that's somewhat believable, but this is just...
I'm sure there's a scientist out there who's like, this is actually pretty smart because the gland, like, whatever. It's dumb. I don't care how hungry you are. I'd much rather die of starvation than eat anything off of a dead human being walking around.
Yeah.
And I know that's not what it's meant for. It's meant for drug
they're not
use.
boiling them or anything, so...
No, they're putting them in...
like they're infected.
They're putting them in a urine-soaked goddamn jar. I don't even know what's in there. What's keeping... Are you soaking them in formaldehyde? That's even worse.
Still don't know. Yeah, it's just preserving it.
And, like, all this drug stuff eventually goes away at the end, right? Like,
It's just gone.
Unless
Again.
we see more drug stuff later. I don't know. I just wish they would have done away. We talked about it before. Just do away with the drug stupid shit.
You got away from it. People had forgotten.
Yeah.
And then you just put right back into it.
Agree.
So Trey watches a biker gang pack up. He runs and tells Nick it's time to sober up. The dam is in trouble.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
I think Troy, give or take, he's always been resourceful.
Mm-hmm.
He can recognize dipshits doing dipshit things.
Yeah.
He's a dipshit himself.
He is king dipshit. So.
But this was what I'm talking about at the top of the show. Like, we're seeing, like, a change in Troy, right?
Yeah.
He might be still a weirdo, psycho, sociopath, but it looked like they were gearing him to become part of the group.
Yeah.
And then they shit on it later. That's what I mean. So disjointed.
Okay, so I wasn't the only one that thought that initially. Like, I was like, oh, well, this makes sense. Troy's going to have to go find somebody to fight with. You know, it's kind of his purpose.
That would have made
more
more
sense. I thought he
sense.
was going to join them.
It would have been cool. It would have at least made sense, but
and it would have
whatever.
been a good way to get rid of him if that inevitably is what
Right.
you wanted to do.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't.
I agree with a lot of our listeners and a lot of people saying on the internet, Troy at least brought some sort of weird, like, potential for, conflict.
He brought something.
Yeah.
Unlike most everyone else who just brings the same thing over and over and over again.
Right. That's strange.
Yeah. So Strand asks Maddie what she sees. He tells her agriculture. She wants grandkids. They talk about food and how she thought she could have it all at the ranch. Strand tells her she can. She can have it all at the dam. Then they start drinking.
This is all pointless. This is Strand feeling guilty. He's trying to move shit along.
Yeah. He's trying to cover his tracks before it's even happened.
And like a few episodes ago, they're bonding hardcore, and looked like Strand was. Although I guess I'm on a little bit of the show side. Like, Strand has always been a con artist.
Yeah.
And they keep fucking with his arc a lot. He's either sad and stupid, or he's a good guy. But like, what's this mean moving forward? He did some heinous shit.
Oh yeah.
So how is they going to keep him alive as they move forward?
Who knows?
Or does Domingo Coleman just want the fuck off the show?
I think at this point, most everybody wants off this show. Alicia and her friend talk about selling Alicia's hair. They get in a minor accident. They fight some guys. Alicia pulls a gun but doesn't shoot anybody, and Pickaxe is hurt pretty bad.
This is what I was talking top of the show. Like, this marauding group are just a bunch of dickheads.
Oh, yeah.
They just want to hit the car and just... What were they even doing?
No idea.
Were they all
had a gun?
Drug-addled idiots?
They were wrapped up on adrenaline.
Just adrenal glands just flowing through them? Like, I love this shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's the only thing it could have been, right?
And there goes Pickaxe. We never knew you.
Pickaxe goes down, man. Rough. Walker and Daniel. Oh, boy. Oh, Walker visits Daniel. He gives Daniel something Ophelia had. I think it was a rosary.
Yeah.
They talk about what if and why Ophelia was bit.
I think I'm just a big fan of Walker.
Yeah.
I like his delivery. I like the spirituality that they try to, instill in him. Mm-hmm. He suffered from back and forth shit a little bit. Mm-hmm. That time when Madison picked him up with the water truck, and all of a sudden he's all smiles and good old
That's what
dude.
I mean. That's the time I didn't like Walker.
Yeah, I like this episode or this scene here.
Not necessarily his fault, more the writer's fault.
Yeah,
Do you think these guys are ever on set and they're like, all right, we need you to do this, and they're like, are you fucking serious?
I'm almost positive this shit happens because they're playing in the scenes. They're the ones with the script
Yeah.
kind of longer than the writers are.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I got to work. I got to live this scene. You know, I got to do this.
Yeah.
You're telling me I got to go this way now? And that's what I mean. It's so disjointed and it's uncomfortable to watch.
Yeah.
And when you start getting in that mindset, it's hard to get out of. And it's like, we look at the show differently. We're always more critical, more analytical.
Mm-hmm.
And there's rarely ever a show like this that gets this much attention. The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I wish it was a better thing. Maybe Gimple can do something. Who knows?
He might help it a little bit. I mean, he's not awful.
He's seasoned in the universe, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he might put some continuity into the show.
And here's the other thing. Like, Gimple must be an AMC crony, right, at this point? So is he? You might as well just run both shows, right? Because are you going to boss over the two new showrunners? Or is he going to be like, you know, because Gimple's ultimately a writer.
Yeah.
And, like, is he going to go over scripts and, like, dude, what the fuck?
What is this?
What kind of assholes you got in the writer room? So hopefully he can do something.
Yeah. I mean, it might. I don't think it can hurt the show.
I think it's at the lowest possible.
Yeah.
It's at the
it
lowest.
would be hard to fuck this up.
Yeah.
We're still for hire. We can bring this out right out. We can fix it.
I
in
guarantee
like 2
you we're
weeks.
cheaper than Gimple.
No. We'll take half his pay between both of us.
Yeah, which is quarter per of that half. We're done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Done.
So, I mean, we're talking maybe only 6 figures an episode.
And I'll tell you what, we'll find a place to sleep. I mean, fuck it.
Yeah. No,
We'll do that.
Don't worry about us.
Don't worry about us. We're going to set, actually. We're not writing in the writers. We're going to be on set.
Yeah.
We're not mailing shit from L.A.
No.
to the set. Like,
Oh, no.
shit, here's the next script.
Yeah. No.
No,
we need to talk to everybody.
we're gonna have a trailer. Yeah, we're gonna have a trailer of the writers in the fucking desert, and we're like, listen, we're not gonna be here long because none of us want to be in the fucking Southwest. Okay,
Exactly.
we're moving north.
North. Nobody likes to film in the desert.
Now get the writing, bitches.
Yes. Get us back to climate. Maddie and Strand are drinking. They talk about history being forgotten. Strand tells her they'll write new stories. Maddie tells him, bad writing. Maddie tells him, out with it. He asks if she's killed anyone. She has, but he hasn't. Daniel walks up and tells Maddie Nick is there.
We joked about it all season, how this world is so small.
Yeah.
Now we're told, like, I don't know anymore, like between the Broke Jaw to the Trading Post was like a day drive or something like that.
It was a hike.
It was a hike, but then like the Trading Post Bazaar was halfway between the dam and Broke Jaw.
Yeah.
But Nick is teleporting. At some point later on the episode, like the fucking biker gang is teleporting through tunnels.
Oh yeah, they're all flying.
So I hate when they fuck with us like that, and I need to learn to turn it off. I'm like, I can't see this anymore.
You gotta stop. You've got to stop. You could do it for Game of Thrones, but
Well, at least you got better shit to look at and do and see.
all around better. So Nick and Troy tell them the plan. There's talk of how to defend it. Strand tells Maddie to go with Nick. Troy wants to set the C4. Daniel doesn't trust him. And Maddie vouches for him.
This is where, again, like Troy's like trying to save, like, hey, we got to do something. We got to move this or that. And it was just so strange because later he gets a fucking framing hammer up to the dome piece, and that was it.
Yeah. Wonderful.
It's like, are we supposed to root for fucking Troy now? What are we doing?
I'm so confused on this show. I don't know who to root for.
Here's the problem. We don't root for anybody. And
Yeah.
that's what sucks.
Yeah.
There was never a focal point, and I feel like they're just... At the end of the episode, Madison's the only one seen out of the fucking toilet bowl, right?
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, please, you literally picked the wrong person to pivot around. You picked the wrong one. Let this Kim Dickens go do something else.
Yeah.
Let us, follow somebody else, please.
I mean, I've still yet to feel bad when anybody died in this show.
No, yeah. I felt a little tinge of Ephraim, but like he got
a little
shitted
bit.
on too.
Yeah.
Like he was very soft soul, and then all of a sudden he was a contrarian talking about give the water to the people. No, he's like he's poking and prodding Daniel all the time. Like,
Yeah.
what is happening? Are we supposed to like this guy or what?
I don't know, man. Maddie calls Nick out on adrenal gland habit. Nick tells her she has to leave before the Proctors come. Walker and Crazy Dog are heading out. Walker and Maddie shake hands, and they head out. Alicia takes her friend to the doctor magically. The doctor lost his license because he's a creep and tells Alicia he could help. He could use her help.
This dude looks like fucking Buffalo Bill. And I know, dude, like, I wouldn't trust this dude. Now, is he like the Proctor? Like, he's part of the motorcycle gang that just happens to be a fucking dirty doctor? Like, was it needed? I guess we don't need a clean-cut doctor because it is the apocalypse, but
no.
It just looked funny. Like,
it did.
This show loves, in my opinion, to go, like, every character goes off, like, the most extreme.
Yeah.
No matter who they are, they're the most extreme.
Of course.
In the opposite direction.
Like, why does he have to be a creepy doctor?
He looked like, just the weirdest, creepiest thing.
Of course.
Like, we're going to cut him in the back. We're going to fucking cut him in the back. Hold his hand. Your friend's sleeping on the table.
All right, enough.
Well,
enough.
here's, like, Pickaxe is passed out on the table.
Yeah.
How do we know he's not just cutting her skin off to wear it later? I don't know.
I'm guessing he grabbed something.
Pickaxe looks like a petite woman. I don't think it's going to fit you, Buffalo Bill.
I don't think so.
And, like, we don't even know what happens to the doctor later.
Nothing.
It's Alicia that travels with Proctor John.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You showed us this dude, like, now we just throw him away? What's happening?
That's it.
Goofy shit.
Gave him some story, and now he's on his way.
They're like, do you realize we gave this dude a mullet, a
he's
trucker
gonna be
hat,
the new doctor
and mustache?
at Alexandria. He's the crossover.
Oh, that would suck for most people.
I'd be quite all right with it. Because I think this crossover is not going to be as good as touted.
And
it might actually hurt.
If it's Abraham,
yeah.
We know that Abraham can't spend a lot of time with our people over at Fear, right?
No, not at all.
So I'm still holding out hope, but it's not Abraham because I know geographically it makes sense, but I'm hoping like maybe we see Taka and Crazy Dog all of a sudden at Alexandria next year. Like, okay, we need a lot of backstory on this shit.
That'll be a hard pill to swallow, man.
But I just don't. I mean, I like Abraham. I always did.
Can we give Taka and Walker like Fear the Walking Dead, and then for like the next 2 seasons they can show us how they got to Alexandria?
That'd be cool with me. I mean,
just get rid of the Clarks altogether.
It's like universally known that Madison sucks ass.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Kim Dickens. It doesn't work.
No.
And I don't think you're getting great material to work with anyway.
Yeah, nobody's helping anybody on
No
this
one's
show.
helping nobody over here.
You can't blame one person. You can blame everybody. Mostly the writers. And
can we get the boat back, maybe? I mean, shit.
I would almost prefer Abigail.
Abigail. Okay, let's rewind season 2A. Let's get back over there. Let's reset this shit. Everybody, back to place one, everybody.
Actually, I'd rather just go back the 9 days they skipped.
Yeah.
Like right from episode 2.
Get Travis back. Get back in the city.
Oh, that means you got to get Little Lou back.
Oh, well, we pay what we have to pay.
It's fine. I'll take it.
I mean, it was funny watching him run around like Alicia's little clothes because he didn't have any clothes of his own. Remember that shit? They put him in like a little pony T-shirt and it was all tight, and he's creeping up on top of the roof. Camera, like, there's a light flashing over there, Dad. Get down from the fucking roof.
The old episode. Strand tells. Oh man, I forgot where I left off. Yeah, Strand tells Nick to get his mom and leave, but he can't. Strand is supposed to let the Proctors in, and now we know the deal Strand made at the bazaar.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense for Strand because he's a con man,
yeah.
But it's like I think there's been other shows, other movies where con men are the lovable.
Yeah,
they'll do anything they can, but Strand always fails. By the way, you ever notice that?
You could see how it could happen. I feel like early on he was like the nice, lovable con man.
Right.
And now he's like like a clumsy con man.
And it's kind of embarrassing to watch because I did like Strand. I do like Strand, but they need to reset him a little bit, in my opinion. He's always failing, and his life failed harder once he ran into the Clarks. The Clarks are not good for this world.
And clearly, in the beginning, he must have never failed because he was on top of the world.
Well, we first meet him in jail, so something fucking happened.
Yeah,
he
that's
might not
true.
be as great as we thought.
Maybe we overthought this.
I mean, it's true.
He's not very good at it.
He was good at line delivery, and they really haven't given him much to chew on there lately either.
No, they haven't given any of these actors anything, really.
I'm surprised. They must be like begging tooth and nail for please, fucking Ruben Blades, don't go anywhere, man. Please. We shot you through the cheek and lost all your fucking grill on the right side. I mean, it's going to look weird with makeup, but please.
Oh, man. So Nick goes to talk to Daniel. Daniel asks if he was with Ophelia when she was bitten. Of course, he wasn't. He was outside. Daniel locks the door and tells Nick he's lying. Oh, about the horde. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is fine. It's just like reintroducing Daniel's old ways. I accepted this scene for the most. Well, this continued scene there with Nick and blah blah blah. You know.
Yeah.
But they're almost creating Daniel as like superhuman, that he can just tell when someone's fucking lying.
Yeah.
He can tell Nick is lying about the horde via Ophelia and Troy and Jake, but you can't see Strand's fucking nature.
And I feel like that's broken. I mean, Nick's really good at lying.
Yeah,
right.
And, yeah, especially here, it looked like it was convincing.
Yeah.
The guy that plays him is like, yeah, that's fucking, you know.
Yeah.
I was outside.
I didn't bring the horde. I don't know who brought the horde.
Yeah, I mean, it was fine for what it is, but I don't think a lot of these scenes to me weren't needed. Because let's think about it. As we move forward in this episode, Daniel finds out what he wants to find out, but he doesn't do anything about it.
Nothing.
The scene doesn't fulfill itself, right?
No,
it's unearned.
It's literally wasted time.
Yeah, and I didn't think of that until now. Like, Daniel finds out that it was Jake, but he knows Nick is lying. Mm-hmm. And because he says something about a puto Troy later, but Troy's already dead. That whole scene went nowhere, right?
No, it was pretty much useless.
I guess at the end when Daniel saves Nick on top of the fucking dam.
Yeah, it could be.
But he never got his
justice.
His justice. Like, that is weird. I wonder what other people thought about that.
That is a strange one. I didn't think. Just
like
now.
A serious fucking Daniel interrogation. We saw season 1. He was cutting people's legs off in layers. And all of a sudden, he's like,
I forgot about that. Yeah.
And it went nowhere, right?
Nowhere at all.
We're going to get some of it next season, right? With Nick and Daniel Roadshow. Might be fun.
Could be okay.
Because Daniel's going to choke him out in the middle of the night. You going to do drugs, bitch? You know?
Yeah, slap the shit out of him.
Maybe Nick needs that. He needs a serious father figure.
I was going to say, he probably needs daddy.
Because we're not assuming that they're dead, right? They can't be.
I'm assuming that nobody's dead.
Because if they wanted to make sure that the dam fell, they would have shown it and be like, okay, the only true people that we think is our potential death is Strand and Alicia, right?
Yes.
That's it. Okay. I want to make sure we're all on the same page.
So Daniel starts to interrogate Nick. Maddie and Troy set the C4 while talking about Troy and Nick's drug trip and how Troy was scared. Troy starts dissing Mexico. Maddie tells him he's a guest in this country. Troy tells her he's got the right with everything. Oh, he's gotten right with everything that happened, and Maddie tells him they're good.
Yeah, I mean, this is where they're starting to pivot away now of Troy's rebuilding phase.
Yeah.
And he got like a weird hand touch with Madison. Now we're talking about milfing, you know? I don't know. What the fuck is happening in this? I don't know.
No, I thought for a minute they might kiss. Like, it was a weird scene.
I don't like being manipulated like that.
No.
I just don't. I mean, maybe this type of show needs more descriptions. More detail, please. If you're going to want us to believe these wackadaisical shit.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's share a hand grab for fucking... I almost timed it like 5-6 seconds. Like, really?
Oh, man.
Was he looking to be touched by a mother figure? Is that what it really was?
Could be.
Dumb.
Could be. It could just be the apocalypse and he's pretty hard up right now.
Shoot this motherfucker!
I've been waiting to play that. I'm going to be playing that a lot.
That's fine. Play away. Daniel and Nick are still talking. Daniel tells Nick someone had to lead the horde. Then we get the doctor and Alicia. They meet Proctor John. He tells her his story of how he became the leader and how he's setting up a trade route. He has a growth on his spine, which is stopping him from doing anything. He tells Alicia she just has to assist. If the surgery's good, she lives. If not, she dies. Bravo. I was really rooting for it to go bad.
Yeah. I mean, we could only hope. Like, maybe you paralyzed him and it pissed him off just enough because I want you to stick around, but I also want you to kill this weird doctor and Alicia, please. Just for, like, something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I do like this Proctor guy. I'll freely admit it.
I don't mind him at all.
It's kind of weird. It makes you feel weird listening to talk.
I feel like in both worlds, well, I mean, you have to, because they don't really have any bad guys in Fear.
Right.
But he's one of the more, I don't know, likable bad guys.
He's got a plan. He's a forward thinker.
Yeah,
I mean, it's weird.
He's not as annoying. I mean, I can see him being this guy,
Yeah. I like this dude, and I don't know what they're going to do with him next year, or if they're just going to gone.
Just disappear.
You go with Pickaxe off to the sunset, and we'll see you later.
Pickaxe and the Doctor. They're all three just walking into the sunset.
And I'll freely admit that I was thinking about Pickaxe for a lot of, Proctor John's initial scenes and the surgery scene. I'm like, what happened to Pickaxe?
Nobody knows. We'll never know. Is she the crossover?
Is she? Oh, dude, that would suck.
Her and Michonne back to back.
Remember, this is the show that was trying to feed us that fucking plane crash webisode or that minute long, and that shit went nowhere hard.
What she like? What stormed the boat?
Yeah, and remember that she was like she had like crazy hair and she was mad at Travis down in that boat.
Yeah, it was very weird.
Now, was Pickaxe in the last round of like those minute-long commercial episodes?
Didn't even watch them.
I didn't watch them either.
No, that was like somebody running through tunnels.
I saw the tunnels, but I didn't pay any attention to it. And that's how they treat him. Pickaxe might have been down in those tunnels. Like, you out. Go with that the Asian lady from the first season. Or the second season.
I'll have to look up the webisodes and find out.
Okay, yeah.
I doubt it. I'm not going to waste my time with it. Yeah, Daniel tells Nick it was either Nick, Jake, or Troy that led the herd. Nick tells him it was Jake. But Daniel knows it was Troy. Nick tells Daniel he killed Jake's father, so Jake destroyed the ranch. So Daniel kind of lets him go.
That doesn't make sense
at all.
I mean, yeah. Now I'm really sad about this scene. Now that I'm putting like that shit didn't go anywhere.
Nowhere at all.
I guess we shouldn't go anywhere with it either. Let's just keep moving on.
Keep going. Alicia and the doctor start the surgery. Alicia's job is to hold Proctor down during surgery.
Dumb.
Yeah, she and the Proctor talk about safe places and shit while the doctor does the surgery. Alicia continues to comfort him.
Why wouldn't it, like, the other motorcycle guys hold this dude down too? Like, for the sake of believability, right?
Yeah,
you can paralyze this guy. Hold him down, man.
Could you tie him down, maybe?
How many guys do you need to hold guns in this circled room? There's enough pressure as it is, right?
I don't understand the point of it.
Hold his legs, his arms, knock him out. I don't know. It's so dumb.
He can't have anesthesia.
I know, but for believability factors.
Couldn't she, like, numb the area?
I don't know. I need more. I don't know.
It was rough. Strand tries talking to Daniel, but the pumps are pumping the wrong way, so Daniel doesn't have time for him, kind of.
Yeah, and that was just Strand's doing.
Yeah.
I really didn't give this much thought on the first through, and I was like, whatever.
Yeah.
Water's going the opposite direction, I guess.
Yeah, right. Oh, well, fuck it. So Nick tells Maddie and Troy they have to leave. Strand sold the dam out, and Daniel wants to kill Troy. Maddie's mad at Troy, or is mad. Troy ruined the ranch. Troy tells her he'd do it all over again, and she cracks him in the skull with a hammer.
Shoot this motherfucker!
Again.
Yeah, that was a weird exit for this guy. We're assuming he's dead, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, I think they showed his body.
And the water rushing in. I'm just saying, I got to ask these questions because...
If he comes back, I'm not. It's that simple. Unless he comes back as a walker or something. No. If he comes back, I'm out, period.
All that building and deconstructing and building again all season long for this type of ending.
For nothing.
Maybe he could have said, you know what, I'll blow the dam, I'll commit suicide. I don't know. Maybe I'm just wishful thinking.
He could have gone out in a different way. He could have turned on them.
Yes.
He could have been an inside guy for Proctor. I mean, there's a lot of better ways that could have happened.
And it might have been on the whiteboard, and it just said, no, we're just going to hammer him in the fucking temple and be done with it. Like,
no, Maddie will just...
What about he turns on them, helps Proctor John, and Proctor John kills him in demonstrating that don't fuck with me.
Yeah.
This guy turned on you. He's going to turn on me. Bam.
Mm-hmm.
Something weird like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It might have been better to see than this, but they had to have Madison kill him, right?
Absolutely.
Because Madison's a killer. Stoneface killing. Yeah, it's dumb. Let's keep moving, I guess.
All right, man. Alicia asks Proctor how he feels. He has movement in his toes. Proctor John gets news from the front and takes Alicia and heads to the dam.
Dude gets right up after major surgery.
Immediately gets up.
And later on, you see him walking.
Yeah.
Or he takes the Zodiacs and everything else. He's out there jet skiing.
I'm sure bumps are great for fresh spinal surgery.
Fuck you, people. That's it. That's all I'm saying. I mean, that's just
you
dumb.
guys are too dumb
I
for
know
the
you,
show.
like, maybe show us this, like, 4 episodes from the end. So he's recuperating over time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or even a couple, like even last episode.
Maybe he had a broken ankle and the guy had to set a cast. I don't know. Something different.
Yeah.
Anything than this bullshit.
It would
Maybe
be
they're demonstrating that this guy is totally tough. Even though he looks like a wannabe Jesus running around.
Yeah, but I think there's a difference between tough and stupid. You know what I mean?
Well, in the devil's advocate mode I'm running in, maybe he's like the doctor, Trucker Doc, whatever we want to call him.
Trucker Doc.
He's like, he didn't do any spinal, like, bone messing around, but he cut just tissue on the side of it.
Yeah.
But you're still on the idea of, like, that's major. I think it's major, but
I feel
not in
like
the spinal sense.
Anything within, like, 10 centimeters of the spine
Okay.
is fucking serious.
I find it dumb. Don't get me wrong. I'm with
Yeah,
you, but I'm
I
just
get it.
trying to, like, differentiate.
But, I mean, if this tumor is, in fact, pushing on his spine,
Sure.
you know, that's a major surgery.
I think it is.
Yeah.
The show doesn't.
No.
What about infections alone?
They do not exist in this apocalypse.
As long as you got a tube of Neo,
That's it.
just right on that son of a bitch. Put some bandages on.
That's it. That's all you need.
Fuck that. I don't like it like this, dude.
Yeah. Oh, God. Here's where it gets to be a run-on. Daniel and Lola are trying to fix the water flow. Strand pulls a gun on them. Daniel tells him he's not a killer, and he wants the gun. Daniel makes a move. They struggle a bit, and Daniel gets shot. Right
Shoot
through
this
the mouth.
motherfucker!
Yeah, I mean,
Right through the mouth.
it sucked. I would not want that at all.
No.
But we knew, well, maybe we didn't know that Daniel can buy it here. This whole time. I did like Daniel staring there like, I know you're not a killer. Give me the gun.
Yeah.
Just give me the gun, Strand.
Whoops.
Oops. And, like, don't tell me later in season 4A that Strand meant to kill him or shoot him in the cheek because he's an
Yeah.
expert shooter.
No.
I don't
Everyone's
know.
an expert shooter in the show now.
Well, these motherfuckers.
Only
well,
with the dead. They can't shoot the living. Only the dead.
okay, not yet.
Yet.
Okay.
Okay.
I felt bad for Daniel. I was like, dude, don't end it like this. Don't give this guy this type of.
Yeah.
After we just went through with Troy's bullshit.
Yeah. Oh, God. That would be a tough pill to swallow.
How dare
man.
you package these two deaths together like this?
It probably would have been the end of the podcast today.
We would have just stopped cold right here. Like, fuck you, bleep.
Yeah, immediately. Oh, man. Daniel. Oh, yeah. No, I did that. The Proctors make it to the dam. Nick and Maddie are on the run.
Have runs.
Yeah. A gunfight breaks out. Strand tells the guy the Water Queen and her general are dead. He finds Maddie and Nick and hides them in some room. And Strand somehow gets the detonator.
This whole scene, or this whole show, the 2 hours, I'm starting to truly understand now that Strand is a bad con artist. He's lying,
Yeah,
and it
he's
never
awful.
goes anywhere.
Never, ever.
And it sucks because I thought he was the good con artist, like with a heart of gold somehow.
Yeah.
But he's just, again, if you go back in season 2, he had a bad ranch outing with his lover there and the mother.
Yeah.
He's had some bad choices. The fucking hotel went bad. Like, that sucks.
It's bad.
Now that I'm thinking about it, it really sucks.
It's rough. It's rough. So that was the end of episode, the first one, right? Of the two?
Yeah, I wrote a small line between. I was like, yeah.
I actually just kept numbering them.
Then it went really waxadaisical. That fucking Christmas bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah, it gets trippy. So Maddie prepares Christmas dinner. She goes outside, sees Nick and a baby. And, what's her name?
Luciana?
Luciana, yes. over Alicia's grave. Maddie invites them inside. Then Luciana won't let her see her grandchild. Nick and Luciana drive away. Now Maddie's all alone.
Are they talking about, like, are they trying to be clever that this is actually what happens? Alicia's going to be dead come 4?
I thought that until, like, the next trip,
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't see it as, like, an Easter egg.
Even when, like, The Walking Dead, Rick was on his weird trips, even after Lori died.
The telephone calls?
The telephone calls was more palatable than, like, what this Christmas shit is.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like this is just Maddie. This is how she's going to end up alone. Like, everyone's just going to leave.
I think ultimately that's what they're saying, yeah.
Yeah.
She's a piece of shit character. Please let her die. Give her some mercy. The writers are like, so we don't know how to do it. We don't know how.
No.
This is where RJ and Rooster come in. We'll show you.
For a small fee?
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking like...
Day rate.
Yeah,
not
rate.
a salary.
I mean, I'll work hourly. I don't even care.
Like, you had it at the explosion of the dam, but you went wrong by having her crawl out of the water.
Yeah.
Okay? Just keep her in. Done deal.
Yeah. One stray shot from Crazy Dog, it's fixed.
Walker, maybe Walker sees that she's struggling, like, end her misery. And it's a big allegory for the series. Like, she's struggling there. Just kill her off. We'll move on.
I honestly thought for a split second we would lose all the Clarks. And they would just restart.
Did you think, well, we're not there yet, but did you ever think Nick was truly in trouble?
Fuck no.
I kind of did.
Did you?
I really think they're...
yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, like even Sean, our first emailer, said like they had 1 billion. That happens in television shows all the time.
It does.
They got to deliver scenes, and
yeah.
In the real world, they would have got snapped.
Oh yeah, it would have been fucking.
It would have been over.
It would have been a 12-second issue.
That dude would have blew Madison's head off. Like, okay, you want to push the button now? I mean, what do you want to do?
Push the fucking button.
Yeah,
go.
And that would have fucked up Nick's plan hardcore.
Oh, definitely. Proctor John and Alicia make it to the dam. Strand is there. John's not happy that there was resistance taking the dam. Alicia asks Strand about Maddie and Nick. He tells her to trust him. He'll get them out of it again.
This feels like we've seen this type again. Back on Strand again. Like his like he's not a good con man. Like maybe his cons are better when the people are like less they're more naive. Yeah. When it comes to Proctor John, it's more cutthroat, more intelligent.
Yeah.
He's maybe Strand is small time con. Even like when he met Tomas, right? Yeah. In the flashback in New Orleans.
Oh yeah.
That shit fell apart too, right? Because Tomas called him on it.
Yeah.
But even though he stole money later,
of course,
that's a wash for me. I don't know. But now I figured Strand is a bad con artist. And that sucks. I liked him the other way.
Yeah, me too. Nick asks Maddie where it stops and if he's next. Nick thinks she wants him dead. Wanted him dead when he did drugs. He's mad. She put Troy down. He says she's dangerous and she might have to hurt him. This is when she drops the F-bomb.
The F-bomb.
Yes.
We're getting some of those now on AMC. They made a big deal about it. I guess The Walking Dead's going to have 2 of them per season.
Oh, per season.
And a lot of people don't understand F-bombs are all about the advertisers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because you'll see FX, like this current season of American Horror Story.
Yeah.
Which is a weird fucking season right now.
I haven't made it to
You don't even want to matter. It's all political for the most part.
God,
but they drop Fs left and fucking right.
Really?
Like, it just doesn't stop.
Okay.
But we got an F-bomb here, which, oddly enough, I appreciated because we're all adults here. We might like or hate this show, but this is how adults speak.
It is, especially in this kind of environment, you know.
Right? Yeah. So I was appreciative of it, and I was on Nick's side here. Like, when does it stop? Maybe he was talking with the audience, like, please, when does it fucking stop?
Yeah.
Are you gonna kill me? And it's a good question because she's pretty cutthroat.
She is.
Her kids are her weakness, but when it comes down to it, what happens?
Mm-hmm. No,
she let Nick up at the dam, like blow himself up for her.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could take it anyway, but
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Lola's helping Daniel. She tells him to stay while she gets Efrain. He gives her a gun. Not much there.
yeah.
He was bleeding like a motherfucker, though.
Efrain?
No.
No, Daniel.
No, Daniel.
Yeah. I just didn't like seeing that. Like, they don't want us to like have any fucking heroes. Again, Taka and maybe a hero.
They'll shit on him.
Nick is kind of a hero.
Give it 45 minutes into next season. They'll fuck them up, too. Give them time.
If they're around.
If they're
they
around.
made it look like they were going north and they're getting the fuck off this production. It's
True.
like,
True.
north, please.
Anywhere but here.
North to Alexandria. Stat.
Alicia's tending to Proctor John. They talk religion. He knows she and Strand know each other. She tells him how they know each other and how they met, and he tells her Madison's safety was part of the deal, but the deal went bad, so he can't guarantee that anymore. Alicia asks him to spare her, but he wants Alicia to go to Houston with him.
I don't know. Proctor John to me is a cool dude. He's very methodical, it seems.
Yeah.
He's very cutthroat. He's like a Negan in another direction. He's not throwing out little fucking funny one-liners.
Yeah.
Although he says something on the bridge later that's fucking hilarious. And as soon as I can get that cut, I'm going to be grabbing it.
I don't mind when they have the one-liners. I don't like when
Not
their
Negan
character
level.
is one-liners.
Yeah,
That's it.
not Negan level.
Yeah, I'm really not looking forward to that this season.
That was a misfire, too, and that sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, it's depressing.
Yeah, we can move on.
Yeah, we got all next season to talk about that. Oh, man. Madison and Nick.
No.
I'm back.
No.
Madison and Nick hear people outside the door. It's Strand. They're mad at him. He tells them Alicia's there, conveniently, again. Strand gives them uniforms and begs them to go. Strand knows his time has come, and they find out he shot Daniel.
Yeah, and I did like, oddly enough, Madison figured out like what's eating away at Strand. Strand tells him,
Yeah.
I had to shoot, but he didn't kill him.
Mm-hmm.
Let Lola go, and he tells Nick, this is the hardest thing I've ever done. I don't know, dude. Did you not kill your boyfriend? I mean, there's some weirder shit there. I mean, maybe your boyfriend's already dead. Think of Daniel. He's got no right side of teeth left over because if Daniel and Strand somehow run into each other, if Strand's still alive next season,
It's not going to be good.
it better be complete death real quick.
Somebody.
Daniel's got to fucking kill somebody.
Yeah, because I'm tired of this forgiveness stuff.
Oh, yeah.
There's way too much of it on the show. And there's way too much of the Clarks, like, conveniently meeting.
Oh,
Always.
Yeah. And downloading each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I agree.
It's rough, man.
I agree, man.
Lola finds Efrain is dead. Strand is walking Nick and Maddie out. He gets them through the checkpoint, but Maddie doesn't want to leave Alicia. Lola tries to kill Strand, but Proctor John shoots her in the head. And we get a cut to Daniel, then commercial.
I didn't say it earlier when the Proctors finally invade the goddamn dam. The goddamn dam.
Yeah.
Then Lola later start opening fire. There's no cover anywhere.
None.
There's people are shooting rifles and bullets in the middle of like straight narrow lanes of nothing but either catwalks. Like even when like the original Proctor started to invade, like their security force sucked ass. They're just running out and bang, 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 and just standing there. I'm right here if you can't see me.
Yeah.
Even the Proctors were doing this shit. Now we see Lola doing this shit.
Uh-huh.
I'm of the opinion that Lola and all her fucking people never deserved this dam in the first place.
No. I mean, they kind of just...
And you saddled Daniel with these assholes, and like, oh, god damn it.
It was never meant to
And
be.
you had so much time, right, to prepare because you heard about the Proctors coming.
Yeah.
Build some fucking nests or something and some sort of barriers.
Isn't that what you do day one? You set up sandbags
Right.
on the bridge. You do things.
You're
So
under siege by the locals.
You know what's going to happen.
Daniel says as such.
You have, well, besides the Pogs, you have a hot commodity there. You have probably one of the most in-demand commodities in the apocalypse.
The go-to, yeah.
The go-to. And you don't set yourself up to protect it? It's rough.
I think I'm starting to become the producers don't think of shit like that, and we do.
Yeah.
But it'd be nice to start seeing this shit, even on The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Like, start sweating the small things.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would go a long way. It would be an easier pill to swallow if they started to sweat the small things.
It would.
We wouldn't tell you to hire us over and over again.
Even if they'd sweat the medium things.
Right.
It'd be fine.
Just clean it up, man. Just clean it up. We'll be fine.
That's it.
More realistic to me.
Absolutely.
Just going out there, bang, bang, bang. What was your final?
But now remember, I guarantee if those were walkers, it'd be a headshot every single shot.
Probably because they need it to be.
Yeah.
This is my theory
It's a problem.
from back when I said it before. I'll say it again. Like when people think the creators create zombie shows, it gives them that inner license to do stupid shit.
Yeah.
That's why there's so many B and C level movies of zombies.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
oh, it's easy.
it's easy, and you can just throw UFOs in there and flying cows and a bunch of rapists running around and a bunch of fucking Subway Jareds. Doesn't matter.
But that's what made Walking Dead so great in the beginning, though.
Because it was real.
It felt real.
Yeah, I agree. And I think, again, you get people like Erickson or his writers or whoever's pulling strings over there. It's just a zombie show, man. Whatever.
Yeah, but
And I don't
that's
like
not-
that attitude.
There's other zombie shows out there for that.
Yeah, and there's Z Nation and
Z
a bunch of other
Nation,
bullshit.
I mean, there was a nuclear bomb in that show.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Get the fuck out.
No. Man. Someone got an email just now.
Negative.
Yeah, it was me.
That's AMC. AMC's like, stop. You're hired.
All right, we give up. Proctor John has a talk with Strand. He was supposed to kill Lola and Daniel, but didn't. John meets Maddie and asks Nick what his role in the family is. Nick tells John Maddie killed Troy.
I love that. Like,
Yeah.
I had.
Yeah, I don't
She
know.
killed him.
He killed him, yeah. It was that easy. John says he has to kill Alicia and Nick. John walks down the dam, lets them say goodbye. Nick and Strand hug it out for too long. Like, you knew something was up.
it!
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was weird, and then you figure out that he's pickpocketing
Of
him.
course,
And then
yeah.
it made look Strand dumb again when he's going after it. Like, I don't understand. Do we like Strand or not, writers
We
and
used to.
producers?
They used
Like,
to.
Are you constantly making this guy eat shit?
Yeah.
I want to see him in his environment, I don't know if we will at this point.
Swindling like high school kids out of their iPods at this point.
Even if he's lucky there. He's
Yeah.
probably one of those guys that hit the let go app and we'll fucking steal shit.
Yeah.
Like, whatever. I don't like it. They treat their characters like ass.
They do. They're really bad on
It wouldn't have been cool if he pulled, I don't know if we got there yet, but like he pulls out the detonator and Nick tells him, just give it to me, I'll do it. It's something more meaningful.
Something heartfelt. Something,
Yeah.
Yeah. With feeling and emotion.
But you made him like struggle with the fucking overcoat and like this potentially was Strand's last moment on Earth. And you had him look like an asshole.
Maybe you could have let Strand go that way.
And just you're saying like
Let the Clarks go,
talking about go walk away or get
like
killed.
how Maddie and Alicia went.
Oh,
later,
yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know, dude. Let's just keep pushing forward.
Yeah, Strand tells John the dam is wired with explosives, but he doesn't have the detonator. Oh, Nick has it, and it's armed. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I like. I guess I'm gonna.
Do you?
I do like Nick doing this,
Yeah,
but I don't. Ultimately, it doesn't do anything, right?
It was too. There were two conflicts. It felt like.
Okay.
I felt like either one of them. It felt right doing it, but the
Strand
way
or Nick?
Strand or Nick doing it. But I think it could have been executed better. Like, I think Nick did good, but I feel like the trade-off could have been better.
Do you think at any point in the writer's room or the creation room, like, they thought, okay, let's end Nick here because he's gone through the blood makeup, he's gone through the drug thing, he's never going to get rid of drugs, he lost Luciana, he hates his mother,
Yeah.
the only true person he probably loves is Alicia, let's save him at the end. Like,
Yeah.
Like, was that ever, like, how was this all written? Like, I liked your way better or my way, just let Strand do it. Either let Nick come up to him compassionately, listen to me, let me do it.
Yeah,
You
I
guys
feel
go.
like you needed to lose a big character in this.
I do too.
And so far and honestly we haven't.
We have it on
Right.
screen, right?
Yeah.
This is almost not as severe, but the Negan, right?
6B, right? Or
Was it 6B?
6's season finale.
The introduction of Negan.
Yeah, I mean, if they come back and
They're
you
all
know,
alive?
it's gonna suck, or one's dead. Like, you needed to show me. Like, this show can't get away with that yet.
Show consequences. Show the survivors.
Yeah,
Show maybe Nick and Daniel up there watching that they drag Alicia's body to shore. She's dead.
Something. Yeah,
And, like, show the agonization, you know, whatever.
yeah.
I didn't think of that until now. This is at a lesser by far
it's
than
not
6B.
quite because nobody cares about the characters on this show.
Right.
Like, if any one of them died,
That's a
I
good point.
wouldn't. It probably has little to zero effect on me.
It's a good point. Yeah, there's
You
no
know.
one.
It's not like when Glenn took a bat to the head. I actually was like, "Damn, really?"
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Or
But-
even Abraham. I felt kind of horrible.
And by the time that came rolling around, we talked about this. Everybody's talked about it. Like, it was kind of just
Yeah, we already.
Okay.
I knew it.
not
months
via
before.
spoilers,
Yeah,
but
of course.
even if you didn't have spoilers, you were like, okay,
Oh, well,
you
yeah,
lost
'cause-
your chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you know, well, we know how they could have fixed that.
That's a
one,
good
too.
point. Like, this is
Yeah.
pretty much a lesser 6B.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
that,
and-
that sucks. Now that I'm thinking of it that in respect,
Still a D.
still a D, holding strong.
Maddie serves pretty much everybody she got killed or is about to get killed dinner.
I was
Sorry.
no.
We had a visitor at the door.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was. Strand shows up at the door.
Did
Shit
you see
just
who's
gets weird?
Did you? Yeah, I don't care for any of this shit.
No, I don't either.
You could have had her walking in ether mist for all I give a shit, and just watching dead people walk by. I don't care, but like
No.
this Christmas shit was really awkward and just very.
It was weird. To hit it twice was
And you had like here's what's weirder. Like, I'm happy and I'm kind of sad at the same time. Did you see who else was sitting at that table?
which one? And there were a lot of people.
Like all the main people, but then they had to like fill that last seat with Legolas for all reason.
Yeah.
Like, what was he doing there?
Yeah.
What was
I
Legolas
seen
doing
that.
there?
You couldn't put Chris in there?
Chris? What do you mean,
Or
Chris?
Travis?
Oh, Travis would have been cool.
I mean, we did see him in a little bit.
But no, it wasn't so much dead people. It was
Yeah, it
people
was-
close to her. But
Yeah.
Legolas was never close to her,
No.
right? He was
No.
just there filling space.
Yeah.
It was so awkward. Put Ophelia there.
Yeah.
Could have
Yeah.
been Ophelia.
I mean, there were a lot of people you could have put there.
I was like, yes, they put that bald dude there. Where's his bow and arrow? Like,
Behind the seat.
he had no scenes with Madison, right? Nothing.
Not that I can remember.
And during like the changing phase, when everybody like back in their normal clothes, Otto's head's on the fucking table.
Yeah.
He's just eating away and shit.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
he must have won a prize on set or something.
He had to. Like, they drew straws and he got the long straw.
Fucking bald Legolas making that money, man.
Dude.
Making that money. That's what we like. There's little tidbits there. Like, to me, I want to ask, like, what made you choose that dude?
Yeah.
Even the guy, even down in the bunker, Alicia, the guy that
Oh,
had
yeah,
like a
the-
touching, but it wouldn't have
yeah.
made sense for him to be there.
It didn't make sense for Legolas to be
I know,
there.
that's what I'm saying. It could have been like, let's think real quick. They had Jake, they had Troy, they had Otto.
Yeah.
Walker
was
Walker
there.
was at the head of the table. Strand was at the other.
Crazy Dog.
Done.
Crazy
Right?
Dog done. Ophelia or Crazy
Even that's
Dog.
a stretch too, right?
Yeah. I feel like Ophelia should have been there.
It could have been.
Like, what are they trying to tell us with the people at the table?
They're all part of Madison's life. Again,
Of course.
not Legolas.
With the exception of Legolas.
Because you see at some point Otto's head's on the table.
Yeah.
Jake tries to grab it. Walker stops him because that was his prize.
Yeah, it got real weird. Real
And
fast.
Troy, I can't remember exactly what Troy's doing, but they're all intertwined with Madison.
Yeah.
Besides Legolas.
Yeah.
Was he just a filler?
He had to be.
Someone ask Erickson, ask somebody over at AMC, please. If you're
Ask
not going to hire
anybody.
us, ask anybody what Legolas was doing there.
Yeah.
I'm kind of happy and sad at the same time. Like, put Travis there then. Or what about her former principal at the school?
Oh, yeah.
Something really throwback, way back.
Yeah.
Legolas, maybe put Legolas in a fucking apron and start serving food to people. Like,
Something.
I like Legolas, but like, he didn't belong at the
He
table.
did not belong at the table. Or even, like, Travis's ex, maybe?
Oh, right. Chris's mother.
Yeah.
Little Lou's mother.
Yeah.
I forgot her name. Liza.
Liza, yes.
Yeah. Or fucking Daniel's wife.
Yeah. Yeah.
All of Daniel's family could have been there. in the side table.
There were a list of maybe 10 names that could have been there.
But Legolas. They chose Legolas. Maybe he was the only actor available.
Maybe he was the one just there. He was still filming there when
if we
they
find
did
out,
that.
maybe we should look into him. Maybe he was just a cameraman that turned into...
Oh, we should.
Maybe he's a stunt guy that turned into it because, like, a lot of people forget the guy that, King Ezekiel, Jerry, the heavyset Jerry over there on that show, he was, I think he was a camera operator or a stunt guy.
Okay.
I think he was a stunt guy.
Really?
No, I get it.
A big stunt guy.
No, I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong.
Okay.
But he was behind the scenes for a lot of shows, and he finally...
Okay.
He was, he was on *Halt and Catch Fire*. I've seen him before but he made his way in front of the screen because I guess he's a great guy. But maybe Legolas is a camera guy or a stunt guy, a sound guy.
Could be someone's personal assistant. I don't know, man.
It was strange, but it was funny at the same time. I couldn't stop focusing on what's Legolas doing? He's eating during all of this, and so you made Legolas a glutton.
Yeah. Oh man, it was strange.
Goofy.
Very strange. Man.
Maybe that's her mindset, putting somebody at that chair. Could have been anybody else, but
it
would have been funny if fucking Eric's sitting there eating.
I mean, you could have just fucked with everybody and just left it empty.
It would have been funny if, like, fucking, what's his name? Jax Teller's over there sitting there eating from fucking Sons of Anarchy. Just anybody. There goes Optimus Prime again, Just random shit.
Carl sitting there with a big thing of pudding.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
anybody
man.
from Shameless in there? Fucking Frank Gallagher's hanging out.
Carl's hanging out with his cornrows and shit.
Oh, dude.
That comes back soon.
Early November.
Ah, fucking pumped.
I told you.
I'm pumped.
You fucking... My wife's been on that forever. I fucking binged all of those.
Yeah.
And now you binge. We're all set, ready to go.
I should have just waited till it was over. I'm done watching shows as they happen. I just like binging them all.
No, it's hard, dude. It's really hard.
It is.
We got to get a picture of ourselves at some point in the near future.
Yes.
Up at the Gallagher house.
We should.
We should put it up on Facebook. I wonder if anybody would care.
Absolutely.
Just like, hey, we're up here.
If we get 10 people to tell us to do it, we'll do it.
10 people.
10. It's that simple.
Non-family.
Non-family does not count.
Because, motherfuckers want to go with us.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to be up there getting arrested because it's private property as it is.
Yeah, and if you want to meet us there, let us know. We'll meet you there.
Meetup.
We'll have a meetup, and we'll all just tour.
The near south side of Chicago, where, let's be honest, it's not the nicest place to be hanging around at. In the back of the yard.
It'll be like a 10-minute meetup, and then we'll go.
You got to move.
Somewhere.
Keep moving.
We'll
keep
go
moving.
like to a bar far away.
Did you see the? We're getting so sidetracked. Fucking, I think I asked you. John Taffer doing the Alibi makeover on. It was like the guy that does Bar Rescue.
Yeah,
he's did over the Alibi. So he's
really?
talking to Kevin and Fee and
I haven't seen that.
Svetlana. Yeah, it's fucking hilarious. It's like
that sounds
3.5 minutes, and he's like, I don't ruin it for you, but it's on YouTube. You can find it.
That sounds so good.
And he's talking to all the usual people of the bar and stuff, and he's
Nice.
like, they're like talking to the camera, doing testimonials, like, she doesn't like us.
Oh man! All right, we got.
Sorry,
push
yeah.
on. We
Sorry.
gotta push on.
Legolas, that's all I got. That's how we got here.
That's it. Fucking Legolas. So Nick and his hand are on the detonator. He has a look around. He tells John, Alicia, and Maddie are going downriver.
Shoot this motherfucker!
And this isn't a negotiation. It's a suicide note.
Fuck him.
Nick tells Maddie and Alicia to go. Nick lets Strand go too. John asks if the detonator is real. Is that even real?
It should have been like the first question. How do we know that's real?
Yeah.
Let me see it.
How great would it have been like, I call bullshit, shoots him in the head.
In all honesty,
And that's how Strand gets the detonator.
maybe there's like a scuffle between Strand and Nick. I want to
Something.
do something nice. I want to do something nice.
Anything would have been better, man. So Maddie, Alan, Strand are on the run. Alicia and Strand are on the run.
Sure, Legolas isn't there.
No, he's in the background.
Okay, he's holding the
getting
camera.
the boat ready.
He's getting the Zodiac.
The Zodiac, yeah. Daniel takes some dudes out. How?
I swear to God, dude. There's like no one's paying attention to anybody in these long lanes
Nobody.
of fucking nothingness on these concrete on top of a dam.
Yeah.
I remember asking the wife, I was like, remember what it was like at the Hoover Dam this past spring?
It's just days
It's
of just straight.
days of space. Nothing.
Yeah.
Like you see, there's a Hispanic gentleman coming our way. Looks like his face is bleeding. Let him go. Fuck him. And all of a sudden he opened fire.
John is still talking to Nick. Maddie and crew make it to the boat. Just stop me if you want to talk.
No,
about
I'm
anything.
just...
Yeah, so Nick and John are still talking. The boat dies, conveniently. John tells Nick if he blows it too soon, his family dies. The gang head towards him. Daniel finds Lola's dead body, and he puts Ophelia's rosary in her hand.
I did like that scene quickly because Daniel's always been a strong character. I don't know if we're there yet. I can't remember how this jumbled mess played out, but
it's just a long run on.
Yeah, and I don't know if it happened yet, but when Proctor John tells Nick about the world needs chaos or something like that, and Nick is looking down like, I heard someone say that to me once, and stuff like that. Like, I thought that was pretty clean.
When they were talking. When they were still talking back and forth.
I think it tracked pretty clean. Mm-hmm. Like he did.
It was good.
Otto said something to him like in those lines, and I killed that guy. Like, are you getting ballsy for no reason, Nick?
Yeah, right. Oh boy. Oh, Nick and John are still talking. The boat dies. Yada 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 yada.
What you do with them? Motorboat? You play the motorboat?
So they get the boat started. Nick is in trouble, but Crazy Dog and Walker shoot a couple of the gang members. Nick's about to hit the switch, but more shots ring out. Nick hits the switch and the dam slowly, and I mean fucking slowly, super slowly crumbles.
A ton of pressure on that damn wall and stuff like that. You figured it would just go fast.
Boom. It should be like a firework with that much pressure behind it.
Yeah, and in all honesty, I didn't pay attention. I was honestly not concerned with the water part, even though that's what we're supposed to be.
I don't care where it goes.
I was thinking more like, is that dam going to crumble and take out Proctor John, Nick, Daniel? And it never did, and at least they never showed us that.
No, they didn't show us shit.
I assumed at this point that the Zodiac made it out of there. But we obviously learned. At this point.
Yeah, of course.
But I was stuck on Walker and Crazy Dog up on the hill. That literally felt like that was done later.
Yeah.
In all honesty. Mm-hmm. And I would like a writer to tell me, like, no, we planned that ahead of time. Then I'd be like, you're a fucking asshole.
You're a fucking liar.
Not only are you a bad writer, but you're also a liar.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It just felt like tacked on. Like they didn't have... Like, was that maybe the AMC or Gimple stepping in or something? Like, okay, we got to correct this while we can.
Yeah, I mean, you could have, like, when
God's
Daniel and
bullets.
Strand were in a room together, you could have had these two saying, all right, we're going to get out of here, Daniel, and, like, wink and a nudge type thing. Like,
you talking about Walker and Crazy Dog?
Yeah, Walker and Crazy Dog.
They say something like that, tell Madison that, hey, we're gonna head north.
Well, yeah.
Well, if we'll watch the road for you. You left like hours ago, man. Like
a long time ago. You could have been picking these guys off.
You're telling me they didn't give you any cars to leave with? You didn't take any cars? Like,
no.
Like I said, it felt tacked on, and I was like, God damn you, that's not funny. Not only do you have Daniel's golden bullets going off, but now you got Walker and Crazy Dog up top.
Yeah.
I just didn't like it, dude.
It was strange. It was very strange. Maddie and crew get pulled into the floodwaters. Crazy Dog and Walker head north. Daniel finds Nick as the water fills the river. Maddie roams her... Fuck.
Yeah,
it's
just
another
walking.
Maddie trip. So Maddie roams the cemetery. She finds Jeremiah's grave. She gets pulled into it, and then she's underwater. Travis pulls her out. But then he let her go, so she wakes up in the floodwaters. Then she makes her way out. Everyone, all the townspeople are getting water, and a little girl says hi.
Yeah, and like it all felt like something where they had a script. They, like Erickson might have said, I didn't read any of his articles, I just don't simply give a shit. But like he didn't plan it this way, so there had to have been retooling.
Yeah,
and it looked like it on screen.
That's
why there was like some
looked like it.
There was a Christmas bullshit, and there was like water, her floating in water.
Yeah.
Maybe they just truly... I want to know what the true ending was supposed to be. And like, goddamn, it's like one of those what happened to Darabont, right? Like,
yeah,
he had other ideas, and he had other focuses, and all of a sudden, blip, just flipped the script. I felt like it here.
Yeah.
And if Walking Dead fans should be like... they should be used to seeing this shit by now.
Is there anything wrong with having like just a closing chapter for a season finale? Like, I feel like this show always has to just go overboard at the end. and just write themselves into a wall.
I don't even know, like, if that, like I said, this writing room, this planning is just ass.
I feel like it's some 5th grade class in like LA somewhere writing this at this point.
Give it about a year, maybe a year and a half, we're going to start hearing, like, the true tidbits, similar to
I can't
Darabont,
wait.
right?
Yeah.
We would have to, right? At some
Yeah.
point. Like, somewhere there's going to be a Reddit post here, and all of a sudden it's going to catch fire.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be all over the place, like Darabont happened, and we're going to find out what truly happened.
Yeah, I mean, with all this news coming out, Darabont seems like a genius again. Like,
Yeah.
for a while there, it was like, what a dick. And now it's like, oh, no, he was right.
There was shenanigans left and right.
There are definitely shenanigans.
And I wonder
about.
if that trickles through Hollywood. As for actors, like, I really don't want to go work at AMC. I guess money's money, but you can do your trade
I
on
don't know,
screen.
I feel like, I mean, they've got some pretty big names over on the other show.
Now they do.
Now they do.
Now,
yeah.
let's say they started now. You wouldn't know about no Norman Reedus. You wouldn't care about no Andrew Lincoln.
You would. Well, not Andrew.
If they
Lincoln,
started
no.
now.
If they started right now.
The only one that would come to mind is Negan.
And Morgan.
Morgan. Right.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to go through my head. You might know Melissa McBride.
You've probably seen her around.
You've definitely seen her in Darabont stuff.
Yeah.
But
Dale. I mean, you've seen him.
And I think
yeah.
at some point, Gimple, I guess on The Talking Dead, he read, like, Chris Hardwick read off a big paragraph of what Gimple wrote in later. It almost was similar to... What was that similar to? It reminds me of...
Oh. He pulled that shit before.
He pulled that shit before.
Yeah.
Where he's got to, like... You could tell...
Glenn under the dumpster.
Under the dumpster.
Yeah.
Thank you. And it was a big correction live. Like, okay, don't relax. He's not dead, everybody. And like, so we got it again. So you know that there was weird shit afoot.
Yeah.
And God damn it. Just sit down and do shit right. All we can hope for is Gimple can, like, literally duct tape this shit back together.
He might.
And no offense to Kim Dickens, but, like, Madison's the worst, man.
Yeah, it's...
And no, there's not a motherfucker in the world that likes this woman.
No. I mean, they've really wrote her to be just awful.
Yeah, and it's sad that they pivoted on her. It'd be funny if, like, that little Mexican girl, season 4, like, puts a bullet in her head on the side of the water. Nope, my water.
My agua.
My agua, bye.
Yeah.
The audience has spoken.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. So, thank you, everybody. Yeah, I'm sitting at a D with this one.
Yeah. I'm between, like, a D and D minus.
Wow, yeah.
As I brought up some of these memories, it wasn't great.
So, yeah. What do we do now? I'm so lost. I'm so sad.
Email? Or you want to throw out some...
Do some little ad work here. Let's, everybody knows what our spiel is. Go to loosewirenetwork.com. Hit the Amazon button. You heard me say it before. Please use it. There's been a little bit of an uptick lately. I appreciate it. We appreciate it. Keeps the lights on. Help our friends over at TVTIME.com. They've been great to us for the longest time. They brought in a lot of listeners. They're really great, and they're very forward-thinking. You heard me talk about them before. Go to TVTIME.com. Select your app format, iOS or Android. Wonderful if you're a television fan. Even the old television shows they follow. A lot of community stuff going on. Not only that, international. It's fun always seeing the French take and the Spanish take, and even like Fear the Walking Dead. There's a lot of Hispanic back and forth. I can't read any of it, but it's there.
It's there.
Everybody loves these shows. They love every television show. If you're gonna get into Shameless, like we talked about, Stranger Things is coming up in 2 weeks.
Man.
Mr. Robot's on now, and that's a fucking great show. If you like any of those, plus more, head over to tvtime.com, get the app, and have yourself a ball. Tell them we sent you. Our brand new friend, Studio.com.
Yeah.
You heard the ad on top of the show. We don't want to beat you over the head with it, but they've been really nice to us so far. The headphones are working as they should.
Yeah, if not better.
If not better. I mean, it is what it is. They've been really great to us so far. Give them a visit at studiosweden.com for that 15% discount, folks.
And free shipping.
We didn't even say it last week.
No, we forgot.
It's one of those bullet points that's major. Free international shipping. Give them a try. What can hurt? You're going to get not free. You're going to get earphones. You're going to get either headphones or earphones. Same thing, I guess.
Bluetooth.
Earbuds is what I'm saying. All Bluetooth, which is nice. Some people like it. Some people don't.
They still got the cable.
They got the cable.
Okay. They all look great.
I tell you what, though. They fit nicely.
Yeah, they do.
They're soft as fuck.
Yeah.
And they're tight, though. Like, it's soft and tight at the same time.
Yeah, they're like, because we got the on-ear headphones.
Yeah.
And you could literally run with them, I feel like. Like, you could go jogging down the street and not feel like you're going to lose them.
But not overbearing.
Yeah, no, but they're not crushing your skull either.
Right, because it can get that way.
Oh, yeah, it can.
I'm curious to find out what the earbuds are like. I know we didn't.
Yeah.
They're not giving us any earbuds,
No.
but they got to be comfortable.
Maybe we can get a deal.
Maybe we can get a deal.
Yeah, I would like to try them as well. I might actually just break down and order some.
Sudio, SUDIO, Sweden, SWEDEN.com. All one word. Sudio Sweden. Whatever you buy, it's 15% off.
Yeah.
Free international shipping. So give them a visit.
But they need the code.
They need the code. Thank you.
Yes.
I usually do all the ads, and I'm like overbearing.
Okay.
Like, what's that code? Tell them the code.
Critically dead. One word, all caps.
Critically dead. Simple as that.
Very simple.
Thank God you said that, because God dang it, man. We're like, where's that discount? Like, oh.
Well, then they should have listened to the beginning of the show.
Yeah, obviously they did.
It's clearly, if they didn't know that, they just.
I'm glad we spent the money on the ad marketing campaign, and then we got that recorded.
Yeah, 3 peanuts.
And you know what? If you can't do any of all that, you can't visit our sponsors. Go to iTunes or whatever, however you get our feed. Leave us a review. We don't have any new reviews to read off this week, but we appreciate everybody nonetheless. Give us a 5-star, give us a 1-star, write something, and I'll read you off on the air.
Even if it's a 1-star.
Even if it's 1-star. We don't like them, but we'll take them.
I actually enjoy getting sometimes.
So it was you that did it.
It was me, yeah.
Okay. Team Negan did it to us.
Yep. That's me.
So, yeah, that's our big ad spiel. Hopefully you're still here with us. Facebook.com/LooseWireStudio is where you can find us there. At critically_dead is our Twitter handle. I didn't bring up our old friend Susan over there was just absolutely aggravated with this episode. She was talking on Facebook. I didn't bring it up on air because, let's face it, a lot of foul language.
It got rough. She was tearing a hole into the fucking space-time continuum with this stuff. Threatening people. It was rough.
It looked like she was going to find herself in the tub for 3 hours and doing a lot of cutting, a lot of bad shit, and I think she took it hard.
She did.
But our hearts go out to you, Susan. Just hang in there, champ. We got another week for The Walking Dead. But, yeah, if you want to just reach us on Facebook.com/LooseWireStudio, you can do that. And Susan is from Louisiana.
Oh,
I don't know. I told her that's the first person I've ever known from Louisiana.
Really?
I'm
trying to think. Yeah, I think she's probably. Yeah,
it's a big world, man.
It is huge.
It would have been cool to see New Orleans, The Walking Dead, right? That would have been interesting.
That'd been great.
Then you would have had some sort of weird thing where, what if it's a big hurricane coming in? The pumps are going to hold, and you got floating walkers all the time.
Man,
something would have been cool.
Anything's better than the desert.
Yeah.
Remote desert.
Yeah.
Not just the desert, but remote desert.
Not Phoenix, not
Vegas. Remote desert or a boat in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah. We're big fans of Chicago. That would have been hilarious.
Oh, it would have been so good.
Fun fact, the gunfire would not stop regardless of the apocalypse or not. It just
keep going.
It's just a fact.
Yeah, it would be great.
Of course, we read off Sean N. from Richmond earlier in the episode, but right now we're going to Hockey Cat.
Hockey Cat's back.
Hockey Cat. It's like a kitty cat outside the house that won't go away. You fed it. You fed the cat. It keeps coming back. At some point, we got to let her in.
She's always welcome.
She's always welcome. It's time for the quarry. I mean, if you're going to come to the quarry, you know what that means. It's Naked Twister.
Naked Twister.
That's a prerequisite.
That's it.
Hockey Cat writes in and says, so the sociopath has finally killed Troy. That's funny. That's fucking wordplay. Why now? Did she see the worst of herself in Troy? Was she afraid he'd get Nick killed? Or was it just a spur-of-the-moment temper tantrum because Troy killed her stupid dream of living on a ranch with no water? I'm thinking the last. If she was going to kill him, why didn't she do it while exiling him? This action was as ignorant as introducing the pickaxe woman and just ditching her with the self-confessed sex offender. These are all good points, and we were talking about it.
Very good points.
The car crash was good. Very Resident Evil 2. The aftermath, lame.
Ugh.
It was bad, and
was rough.
That was that shitty cut.
Yeah.
Lisa teleported to the nurse's station. I could have done without ever seeing the Walking Dead copy/repeat of randoms around a dinner table. And if the show wasn't bad enough, the music was intolerable. Yeah, I'm glad we didn't grab any Christmas music.
No, I didn't even think of it.
Glad to see Nick saw that his mother really was Glad to see Nick saw what his mother really was post-murder. I found this to be the only part of the show worth watching, in my opinion. The realization, the disgust, that... okay, you're throwing big words at me, Kat. I'm just saying. The abhorrence. Abhorrence? ABHOORRENNCE. The abhorrence.
Are you just adding vowels?
I am. I'm just... Fuck. I don't like this cat. That's 2 rounds of Naked Twister. He was expressing what most of the viewers were feeling. Poor Troy. It was like killing a puppy that just wanted to be petted. Now we're left with a bunch of boring messes. I'm not sure if I can sit through this sad, as in pathetic show next season. I heard Gimple was attached to it, and also some guy who worked on Once Upon a Time. That's what it's called. Talk about a mess. I won't say more. It's not worth your time or mine.
Oh, boy.
I never gave Once Upon a... I would never give that shit a go.
Never.
Not a fucking chance.
Nope.
I said I wouldn't write every week, but apparently I'm a liar, like everyone on this terrible show. Hockey season is in full swing, and we get to reel The Walking Dead back soon. Things to look forward to in addition to listening to your The Walking Dead podcast this season. As FYI, I'm a diehard Blackhawks fan.
Nice.
From a long line of Hawks fans. Traveled far to go to the convention this summer, and so glad Sater is back. Thanks for keeping us all entertained, even when Fear the Walking Dead isn't. Well, thanks for stopping by, Hockey Cat. Of course, The Walking Dead starts next week.
Thank God.
I didn't grab a show title yet, but I'm sure it's out there. Everybody's always welcome. If you ever want to write in, it's criticallydeadcast@gmail.com, facebook.com/loosewirestudio, and at critically_dead. Loosewirenetwork.com is where you can find all of our links. We have a studio link over there as well. You can find our Amazon link there. So remember to use those if you take a visit and are buying stuff. Headphones. Earbuds, headphones. So I think that's it. We made it through. What do you say? How do you feel, Rooster?
Oh, I'm just glad it's over.
Relieved?
Yeah, I feel like I need a break, but next week...
Stop pooping.
But next week will be here in no time.
Next week will be here way no time.
But it'd be nice to get some change.
It is. I mean, again, in retrospect, 3A was good. Yeah. I liked it. We were all on board. 3B, just fucking something happened.
It was like the wheels fell off.
And you blew it!
Yeah.
So we're ultimately glad you chose us as your listening post, your safe harbor. Mm-hmm. You can always come back, even if you hate us. We hopefully make you giggle on the way through all this. And that's going to be a show.
That's it.
What else am I forgetting about?
I don't know. Come back next week.
Come back next week. That's a given. Subscribe and rate us on iTunes or however you find your podcast. So that's going to be it. I'm RJ.
I'm the Rooster.
Peace out.
Shoot this motherfucker! What is that? What the fuck is that?
Papi, papi, papi chulo. Papi, 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 ven a mí,
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Bye, have a great time.